Welcome to my nightmare.
Welcome to the podcast where we talk
Welcome
about
to the
anything,
podcast,
everything that.
everybody, where we talk about everything and everything about the week. I'm your host, JD.
And this is my co-host
James.
James. I call him James. Everyone else calls him
Hello,
Jimmy.
Can you hear me?
It just works like that.
It just works. It's weird.
So that's not a voice mod that you have on there, huh?
Yeah,
You're
it's
actually
not a
speaking.
microphone. And it has different types of voices I can do.
How much was that, James?
I don't know. I wasn't the one who bought it.
What? Who bought it?
I think my system bought it
Why would they buy something like that?
because they're not financially responsible.
Well, James, a lot of things have happened this week. You heard about any of them? Yeah, I could. If you talk so quietly, I could barely hear anything that comes out of you. You know, that particular one.
What do you mean? That one sounds so fine to me.
That particular one has trouble.
It sounds so normal.
Discord has trouble picking up the last one.
Trouble picking up this one too.
Anyway, what happened was
Tell me.
the PS4 Summer Games, the PS4 Fest was
That's my favorite console.
happened over the week,
That just disappeared.
and there were some games they announced that were pretty cool. And man, this year is just. Are you done, James?
Yes.
So this year,
Turn it off.
do you have to plug that microphone into your computer, by the way, or are you just speaking through it into the real microphone?
It's a completely disconnected microphone.
I see. It looks really dumb, by the way.
It's so dumb. I would love to use it during a fucking
Live commentary.
recording. Yeah, live commentary. We'll have to find a movie to use this for.
Well, I guess before I start talking about the PlayStation games that are coming out, you feeling better now?
Was I not feeling good last time? I can't.
Oh no, you
remember.
said there's something wrong with your voice, right? Like a scratch or something.
Oh, with the stuff I was sending you.
Yeah, I just assumed that you were sick.
No, my voice was just literally completely destroyed because I went, like I sent you, I went karaokeing.
Yeah, and were you singing only like heavy death metal music or something?
No, it's just I sang to every single song and I put my whole pussy into that.
Okay.
I'm gonna turn off my camera now, so I have better connection.
Well, yeah, that's good. That's good to know then.
Yeah, we were karaokeing and I sang more songs than I was expecting to. And also I had the quieter microphone, so I had to sing even louder so I could be heard.
Ah.
So it was just a lot of like me having to like be very loud. And I realized because I was like, ooh, I want to sing a song with one of these, like my friends specifically, because we both like Fall Out Boy. And I was realizing as I was waiting for our turn, I was like trying to memorize the song so I didn't have to look at the screen all the time. And I was like singing along to it while they were doing another song. And I like tried doing a high note. I was like, yoo-hoo-hoo. Like I was trying to do something like that. And my voice was just, and I'm like, oh no.
So when it came time to actually sing that high note, you went, ooh.
There's several videos, but it's just literally me backing up and like grabbing at my throat going,
you like put the universal sign of you're joking.
Yes. That's why I sent you the video of let me clear my throat. It's just been eradicated.
I mean, that's good to know. So yeah, back to the Games Fest.
Yeah.
Or I guess it's not a Games Fest, it's just the PlayStation Showcase, I think.
PlayStation 2 Showcase.
Well, it's not the PlayStation 2. It's just the PlayStation.
JD, it's whatever I want it to be.
So yeah, some pretty cool games got announced in that one that I'm pretty looking forward to watching playthroughs of, I guess, because I don't think I can't play them.
Spider-Man 2 looks very good.
Oh, it looks, yeah. The showcase they had was More than I expected. It was
Yeah,
like a
I was
whole.
expecting just like a little trailer, and it
It
was
was
like,
like
no,
a
no, no, no.
whole like scene, whole
Here's
like
here's
mission.
like 10 minutes of gameplay.
Yeah, it was just
I
straight up like all gameplay.
I was so surprised that they showed the symbiote suit as well. I was like thinking, oh, that'll be like something that they show you in game, basically. But no,
Nah, they just go
it's
right into it,
yeah.
and
They were
I think
just
they
like,
introduced it pretty well
Yeah,
since it
so we want to
shocked
put
a
this.
lot of people.
We want to put this suit in the game. What people be excited for it?
Yeah, because unlike Spider-Man 3 or movie,
yeah,
you can put a bunch of Spider-Man villains into a game and it'll be just fine. So,
yeah.
There's no legal problems here.
and the
There's
directors
no
also,
budgetary reasons.
yeah, and the directors are also like, I kind of like Venom instead of hating him and not wanting him to be in the movie.
The directors are not Sam Raimi. They're not saying, "Hey, get that ugly fucking black liquid stuff off my set."
Hey, who left this alien on top of my Spider-Man?
Hey, who the fuck tried putting this in my movie? I'll kill you. I'll kill you dead.
I like
I'm
the
sorry, Sam Raimi.
I like the voice that the Spider-Man voice actor does when he's wearing the black suit.
Oh, where he's just
It
doing.
sounds so-
He's mine.
Yeah, he sounds so edgy when he's
Oh.
doing it.
I love Yuri Lowenthal, but man,
Leave
has being
Connor
an edgy character
alone.
never been his thing.
Leave Dr. Connor alone.
The murder bird's mine.
Yeah, I like how he's more serious when he's in this suit.
I
And he
like that he
doesn't-
just
doesn't do
throws
many
that guy
quips.
on the ground.
He turns into like a
As
DC.
they're saving him, he just tosses his
He
ass
becomes
to the ground.
part of the DCEU instead of the Marvel universe when he's in the
there
black
you go.
suit. No jokes. It's all serious. And I'm glad to know Miles is in the game too, and you get to play as him, and you get to
I wonder-
experience the exaggerated swagger of a black teen?
Yeah, the
Yeah.
black teenager.
Yeah, the exaggerated swagger of a black teen. But
What
his
a-
swinging
can't
was
wait, Can't wait
good.
for that review again.
They need to come up with like a sequel for this game. Like,
They got to rehire the guy and get him to say it again.
yeah.
I wonder though, can you switch from Mile always, or is it just story reasons you get to switch?
I think they might go a GTA 5 kind of route where some missions you have to start as one character, but like in the open world section, you can just switch between them.
Right. I was gonna
Like,
say, like, I
don't think it
in
makes much
open world, they
sense.
probably let you.
I don't think it
switch.
makes much sense if it's just Peter most of the time and you can't switch to Miles unless in specific missions.
Right.
I feel like if they put Miles gameplay in the game, then might as well just let the player switch to him whenever, right?
No. This isn't Spider-Man Miles Morales 2.
I mean, with the recent
It's
trend of
Spider-Man 2.
with the recent trend of AAA games, I guess, maybe we're expecting a bit too much.
Were you talking about a Gollum? The fucking
I was gonna
Lord
bring
of the
that
Rings
up.
game.
But first, I'm glad to know there's so many good games coming out for PlayStation,
Snake
and that
Eater.
they're just staying on top of the gaming console market.
They really are. I was surprised by how much they had.
A lot
I
of
mean,
their
a lot of it
exclusives are really
looks like
solid.
stuff I'm never gonna play or care about. But I'm glad that they got a lot of stuff coming out.
I mean, yeah, you can
I'm
stick to your
really
old.
honest.
I mean, yeah, probably. I mean, I'm not gonna play it either.
I mean,
I
I
don't-
don't
I
care
don't think.
for it. I really don't care about like Dark Souls type games or anything. And they got a lot of those that looked like coming out. Like a lot
There was
of
one
different
that I
versions
was
of
looking
those.
for, and it was pretty good.
Uh,
It almost
I
looked
can't-
fake, actually. It looked so
Which
good that
one?
it looked fake. Phantom Blade Zero.
Phantom Blade Zero. Which one?
That's
is
the
that
one that
again?
had the Oriental style of art direction, and it looked had sort
What?
of what it was like a Dark Souls kind of game. I think that was the
No,
only
I know.
Dark Souls
I
one
have
they
to
had
look it
out.
up because I have no fucking clue what you're talking about.
Really? They showed it during the showcase.
Oh, okay, yeah.
There's the one where like
okay,
the
I know what
dudes
you're
are
talking about.
swinging their swords around a lot.
Yeah,
and,
okay. I
There's
see
a lot of
now.
moves there that looked. It looked pre-rendered, but I'm pretty sure it's supposed to be gameplay.
Yeah, I mean, again, these games look amazing and stuff. Like, I won't deny that. It's just I do not give a shit about like those kind of games. So like
That's
seeing them,
fine.
it's like cool that they exist. I do not fucking care.
Yeah, you can stick to your good old cookie cutter Halo Infinite or whatever.
Thank
Microsoft
you. I'm gonna play
is
my
gonna-
I'm gonna
gonna
play
come
all
out.
the different versions of Destiny and Halo that Bungie made for Sony. All their knockoff versions. Dude, I saw that fucking trailer for that one game where it's like the guy watches his family be killed by an alien and you can sign up too, and it's just like it looks like third person
Helldiver?
Destiny. Yeah, and it's literally just the ODSTs from Halo, but it looks like Destiny.
It reminded me a bit of Starship Troopers, but the
Yeah, I
gameplay
was
didn't look
like,
that great.
no. Starship Troopers does have a video game right now,
I
though,
think
that
the
looks amazing.
I think the trailer is actually really good. Like for Helldivers, like the whole ad thing and the
It's not a
theme
bad
they had
idea,
going
but
on. I thought it was pretty
it just
funny.
it just reminds me too much of Saints Row.
I like Saints
That
Row.
is the Saints Row reboot opening where it's like you're watching the advertisement for the company you're already a part of. Where it's
No,
like
I have no
you're
idea.
joining up with our private military. Watch this ad for the private military before you go to war with the private military. It's like what? It feels like a lot of exposition you didn't need to do.
I mean, yeah, I know that you just like the brain dead, you shoot people kind of
Yeah,
lore,
man,
but
that's why Halo Reach is my favorite Halo.
yeah, Halo Reach, and especially in Halo Reach, the gameplay is just completely awful. But
It's amazing. I don't know what you mean. I love being able to only sprint once I pick up the sprint armor
was
ability.
Halo Reach the only? Was that the one that we were playing?
It
for
was.
Okay, yeah, I was remembering that right then. Yeah, I hated it. It was so bad.
I also hate it. It's everybody's favorite Halo game, and I just do not
Really?
understand why.
I find that hard to believe.
Yeah, it's one I do not understand. I don't like it particularly. I've never liked the whole like you have to sprint by picking up the armor ability, and then you can only sprint for like 5 steps, and then you gotta like cool it down. I hate that. I love that
You must
normal Halo
unlock the
games just have
sprint
normal
ability.
sprint. Yeah, you've unlocked the ability to move your legs.
You've unlocked the ability to run a little bit faster
I hate it. It's so
for
bad.
for a short duration.
It's such a bad way of doing
But yeah,
it.
Phantom Blade Zero, that was like the Dark
yeah,
Souls.
sorry.
It was more like Sekiro kind of Dark Souls gameplay,
Yeah.
and it looks cool to me. But it might be one of those things where it's just fake. I mean, it looks so good that it looks fake to me.
I mean, JD, all I gotta say is they stole my character design.
Did they?
A white-haired swordsman.
I feel like that's a pretty generic design
It
for
is.
a lot of these games, though.
It is. Devil May Cry.
Yeah. But it's fine. I mean, as long as if the gameplay is actually like that, hey, that's great. But
Yeah.
it might also be like another Wu Long kind of situation. So I guess we'll just have to wait and see.
Yeah.
Yeah. Any
I,
other games that I was thinking about?
One that caught my eye was Metal Gear Solid 3 Remake.
Oh, yeah. See, your feelings of like the PlayStation games is like my feelings toward Metal Gear. I know like everybody loves it and everything, but I haven't seen any gameplay of it. I haven't seen any, I guess not of any games other than Revengeance. But I'm pretty sure Metal Gear Revengeance was not like the other Metal
Phantom
Gear
Pain and
games.
Revengeance are the only ones I know like anything about.
I don't know anything about anything other than Revengeance. Just because of the name.
I know the idea of the other games, but it's also just like
I have zero idea of the story
don't-
or anything.
it's just you're a soldier, somebody has some super weapon. I think in the first game they had a weapon called the Metal Gear, which was just a mech. And then it's also in a few other games there are Metal Gear mechs, which is why it's still called that and stuff. But
I can see you being a fan of it. That if they got mechs, you like
no, I
mechs.
am. I'm a fan of that aspect, and I think they do a good job with a lot of stuff. But then I also like a lot of it gets changed, and then
Yeah, I
it's just
mean-
not very consistent, and it's very convoluted.
I mean, you seem like a mech kind of guy to me.
I am a mech kind of guy. Gun and Witch and Mercury, very good show.
Yeah, people were really excited of the. I guess it's Metal Gear 3 remake.
Yeah, Snake Eater.
Did they already have the remake of 1 and 2, or?
No, they're doing a Resident Evil. There is no remake for the first game.
I see. Is it because the first game is just not that great, or?
No, I think the first game is very iconic for everything it does. I mean, it's like developed the whole like kind of basis for the rest of the franchise. And I can see how you could remake it. I just think they're probably trying to do what the most favorited game is, which
First? I see.
is the third one, and then they'll like if it does well, they'll make like probably the first two.
Yeah,
because
I
they did
saw.
advertise the original first 3 games as well.
I was watching Yang Yeah react to the showcase live, and when that teaser, I guess, dropped for Metal Gear, I was like, I didn't even know what it was until the title screen dropped with Metal Gear.
Mm-hmm.
But I saw him
And that-
freaking out too, and I was like, man, this must be a really good game.
It's good, I'm sure. It's just I also don't like locked camera angle kind of games.
Is Metal Gear 3 a locked camera angle game?
I think 1 through 3 were locked camera angles, and then it stopped being that from there on. Or maybe 3 wasn't, but like it still has that sort of like weird camera because it was like in the transition period, you know, like how Resident Evil games were, where it stopped being locked camera angles and then started being like you're just following the characters.
Yeah, I mean, I've never played a locked camera angle game, so I don't know if I would like
That's
playing
because
it
you're a
or
little
not.
bitch.
Well, maybe it's because I'm not a boomer, James. The future's now, and locked
Yeah,
camera angles are a thing of the past.
You're just a little zoomer, a little zoomy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Speaking of
Oh, there was that announcement too. That's what I was trying to think of. I was like, there's something big in there there's something big in there that I knew you would like, and I just couldn't remember it.
You heard me say it for 1 second. I didn't even finish saying it.
Go ahead, James.
This truly is the year of Five Nights at Freddy's, with all of the announcements and games and other content coming out. There's a fucking Five Nights at Freddy's Help Wanted 2 VR
Yeah.
is coming out, and I'm just so curious what more content they could put in it. I'm wondering like how closely this one's going to be following the games, because the trailer for it is having you in the elevator, which I don't think they did.
The elevator for sister location. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think they did a sister location elevator scene in the VR version.
In the first
I think it was
Help
just
Wanted?
you doing maintenance. Yeah, because I think it was just kind of originally you doing maintenance.
Yeah, if it's
on
anything
those
like the first one, I think they'll
animatronics.
just they might have like the full sister location game, but just in VR, and also some like extra side missions that you do that are different, like the whole maintenance thing from the first game.
Now that I'm thinking about it, I think only the first 3 games you actually play like how they're supposed to be, and I don't think sister location was at all how sister location plays out.
Yeah, I don't really remember much from the first Help Wanted. I mean, I don't own a VR headset, so I'm not gonna play it. But I
just
certainly hope
always
people will
come
play it and
across
I'll watch
videos
it.
of people playing it. I know Mark originally didn't want to play the Help Wanted, and Matt Pat was the only reason he ever did.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
apparently
speaking
Matt
of
Pat
his
convinced him.
Markiplier, I was watching his Return to Bloody Nights playthroughs now. I guess there's 2 of them.
Oh yeah, I haven't finished watching those.
I am just always utterly surprised at how lucky Mark is at playing those kinds of games,
So fucking lucky.
because he gets through the first 3 nights without ever using the flashlight, and he doesn't even know it exists.
It's insane. I was watching it the entire time, and I was just in awe at him doing it.
Absolute mad lad.
I kept screaming like, Mark, there's things out there that you have to see.
Mark, you know when you turn around, it's not just supposed to be a black screen.
Think, Mark, think.
Think, Mark, think. Why would you turn around and there'd be nothing there? You
It's
think they
also
just
him,
put
like-
that in?
It's him getting up and leaving. Like, not pausing the game or like waiting to continue doing it.
Can
He
you
just
pause
gets
it?
up and leaves. You can just exit out of the night, I'm pretty sure, if like,
Yeah,
I
probably.
think. Or just let yourself
I'm pretty
die.
sure.
and, then, like,
Yeah, if you
restart
die,
it, but,
I
like,
think you could just listen to it again once you start the
Right.
next night.
But
It's
it's
pretty
just like,
funny.
I
I mean,
don't,
yeah.
I don't think he does re-listen to it. I
He's like
think he
he's
just
like
skips over
simultaneously the
and
most
mutes it.
lucky and unlucky person,
He's
because
so-
he gets through the first 3 nights without using the flashlight, but then he gets up and leaves at like right when he's telling him an important like mechanic in the game.
and then it's Mark, like he sees the screens and he's like, who are all these characters? And it's like, well, they introduced them at the beginning of every night, Mark, but you got up and left when they did.
But it's still really entertaining to watch it, and I'm surprised at how good quality the fan game is.
Oh, dude.
It's pretty solid.
The Glitched Attraction and Return the Bloody Nights. I don't think Return the Bloody Nights is a good name at all. It's very
The
generic.
name could work better, I think, but
I really think like Juniors, I think is a very good name because it's not only a callback, but it's also very simple.
Juniors
But
is
then-
another one that was pretty solid.
That one's good. But
That
then
one
it's
is
like
good.
something like it's like Return the Bloody Nights. I feel like it feels like a very bad like haunted house sort of name or something. Like it
It sounds
doesn't
like a bad sequel.
it sounds like a like you're I'm trying to think of it. Like you're watching a very old movie and then that's like the subtitle to it.
It's a
And you're
B.
like,
It's a B horror movie.
it
That's the
really
name of a B horror
yeah.
movie. Return to Bloody Nights.
But
So
the quality is of an A movie. I don't
yeah,
know. It's very
I
surprising
I
because it's
really
like
like the flashlight mechanic
good
actually.
looking.
Because the
Oh, it's
funny
such
thing
a
was,
good
I didn't
idea.
even realize there was a flashlight because I kind of just watch his videos in the background as I do other things. So I was just kind of like,
Just put 'em
I
on
was
to
just
numb your
listening in
mind.
here and there. Yeah. And then the second part when he like turns on the flashlight, what the heck? There's a flashlight.
He's so dumb.
And the way you could use the flashlight is I was like, yeah, this is pretty solid. I like that. You know, where you have to flash into the door to see if they're actually there or not, and they jump out at you.
He's just so dumb. I love the man, but he's so dumb.
I mean, James, he kind of reminds me of how you play games, but it's charming when he does it.
Yeah, there's a difference. I really love the mechanic of that game. If you shine your flashlight into the hallway and then they appear, like they pop
Yeah, that's how
around
you
the
check if they're
corner,
at the door.
and then
have
if
to
you
shine a
close the door,
flashlight.
they're in the same exact pose
Mm-hmm.
because there's a painting on the door. I really like that detail.
Yeah, there's art on the door when you close it, and it's the animatronics in the same position they are in
It's
when
so
they pop
good.
out at you.
I
It's
love
solid.
that I love the lore that there's different versions of suits.
I don't like the jump scare sound effect though. I think it's way too loud.
I can't remember it.
It's like this really high pitched screaming into your ears.
Like,
Well,
yeah,
I
like
mean,
that?
no, Discord doesn't pick up that, so
Here, let me do it again for you. You mean like,
okay. So, yeah. Anyway, back to the
Pretty cool.
showcase, I guess.
yeah.
Anything else that you wanted to say, or you're doing? I know Bungie had. Didn't only Bungie have two things that they showcased?
Yeah, Bungie has some game called Marathon coming out, I guess.
It's a remake of of like the game they did way in the past, I think.
Yeah, I don't know what it is for the life of me, but that's cool, I guess. The
It just
trailer
looks
is
like
kind of
another high-tech sci-fi shooter.
yeah. I didn't like the music for the trailer and how like it cuts out and then does like record scratch and then like comes back in. I didn't like that, and that kind of annoys me every time I see the trailer like pop up on like YouTube or something.
Well, I thought it was pretty cool, and the art
No, you
direction
didn't.
is pretty cool in that marathon too.
Yeah, it doesn't look too bad. I like it, but it does also kind of feel like we're just looking at like a bunch of still photos of concept art than like anything to tell us about the game.
Well, I mean, the game's probably not that deep.
No,
It's
probably
right up your
not.
valley. Right up your alley, probably. It's just
Yeah, I really like simple
it's
storytelling.
just some
and not just having my
sci-fi
head be
dudes in
eaten
mech
with
suits, and they have guns and they shoot each other with them.
Yeah, dude, that's
And
exactly
then they're gonna
what
make
I
a
want.
TV show about marathon where like the main guy takes his helmet off, and everyone gets angry because he doesn't take his helmet off in the games.
Yeah, and then it's also
So-
like in the games he does take his helmet
I
off
was,
several times.
I was
actually.
expecting you to say that. I was like giving you some space. Like, is he gonna say that?
the
thing?
ending of the very first game literally ends with him taking his helmet off, and then like several other times he takes his helmet off. The beginning of Halo 2 is him taking. I mean, Marathon 2 is him taking his helmet off.
Marathon.
And, the legendary ending for Marathon 4 is him taking his helmet off and us seeing his eyes for the first time. It's not like there's a constant motif. And, the beginning of Marathon 5, maybe, when we finally see him after we watch some other side characters for the first mission, when we finally see him in the second mission, which he only has 3 of, he's not wearing his helmet in that scene, but we don't see it because he's off camera. But I guess that's the mystery and that's what people want because they're fucking idiots and shit. Anyways. Yeah, Marathon. It doesn't look that bad, but I'd like to actually see something for it. Destiny.
Well, I mean, it's still probably in like concept phase right now. Maybe
Yeah,
that's why they haven't showed like any gameplay at all.
I like the visual of when it cut to the planet view, and it was like there was some like structure like in front of the planet and stuff. I like
There's
that,
like a
how
space
that
station in front of this planet.
Yeah, there was it's like a fuck what I think it's Rogue One. I think that's the Star Wars movie where it begins and there's like just a fucking Star Destroyer just like slowly coming out of the darkness and just like obscuring a planet.
Yeah, that's the one where Donnie Yen was blinded.
Yeah, speaking of Donnie Yen, I watched John Wick 4 today again with my dad.
Yeah, how do you take it?
Well, it kept freezing every 5 minutes because buffering apparently, I guess. I don't know why. I
Well,
hated that.
your internet just sucks.
It does.
It's
But I
simple.
also don't I don't get why if we bought a movie and it's completely encoded, something has to buffer. It's not like there's new information being brought to it.
I think were you streaming it or
Yeah, I think so. I can't
that might
remember.
be it then. I don't know if you like
Uh,
fully download a whole thing or if you just streaming it to the from the platform. But yeah, downloaded movies buffering sounds pretty weird to me. I mean, you watch things on what would you call it? It was like a VTS tape or something. The thing where you like plug it into like this box and it plays movies back from like
yeah,
the
they were
1940s,
actually
I think.
called fucking God, what was the name of the competitor that beat them? Or not
Uh,
that beat them, that lost to VHS. It was VHS and something else, and it was like an even more obscure version of thing.
I had no idea.
Yeah,
The only person who knows
Betamax.
you.
Betamax. Yeah, no, we had a thing called Betamax.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, I know you were pretty angry when they stopped releasing things on VHS
yeah, man,
and Betamax.
and Betamax especially. Yeah, I'm a big fan of Betamax and the Oreo knockoff. That's not actually a knockoff. It was the original, but it's just kosher. That's the only difference.
Yeah, I
I'm
was a big fan
very
of
big fans
Betamax
of
too
those things.
in Big Hero 6.
Shut the fuck up. I knew you were gonna make the joke too. The whole time since I said, I'm like,
I was trying to remember what that
gonna be
what that
some
movie was
way.
called. Was that a Disney property or
It is.
something
It's
else?
also technically a Marvel Universe property.
Ah, I see. So you're saying there's a
Big-
chance we get to see Betamax again in
Yeah,
another Marvel movie.
Yeah, like the one that they already put out, his solo movie, Baymax's Big Day Out.
I see. And yeah, the new Destiny, is that the Destiny DLC?
Yeah,
Destiny
Cade
2
6 is
DLC.
back, baby.
I didn't even realize he was gone. I stopped following Destiny a while ago.
I, for some reason, follow Destiny despite never have playing the game or caring about it.
Really?
Just because Lance Reddick and like Nathan Fillion were in the game. That's like the only reason I ever followed or cared
Yeah.
about anything involving it.
I see.
But I remember when Cade died, it was a very big event. You know, they put like out like this very huge, very cinematic trailer and everything to like showcase it, and it was like this very emotional scene and stuff. Because it was the point in the Destiny games where characters can die. That's the whole point of Destiny 2, is that people can die now. It's not like you get revived anymore.
Yeah, it's not like you get revived. So
Except
anyway,
you
that new
do.
trailer,
Cade is alive.
he's alive again.
Voiced by Nathan Fillion again, which was a big thing, is that Nathan Fillion couldn't voice Cade except for in the cinematic where he died. In the game DLC where he dies, he's not actually there to voice him. It's Nolan North, aka Uncharted Nathan Drake.
Oh, I see. Why couldn't he voice him there?
I think there was like either scheduling issues or they just didn't want to like. I think there was like maybe some problem between him and the studio or something. I can't remember exactly, but like
But now he's
there
back.
he's back. But where the hell is he? Like how he says in the trailer. Yeah, it's cool. Nathan Fillion put out a video on Instagram talking about it where it was like this big thing where he's sitting out like in his yard, and it's like this whole like, you know, buddy, it's been a long time. And he's like doing this whole speech, and then he picks up like a little, I think, limited edition Cade statue that he got. And he shows it to the camera, and he's like, "We're back now, and we ain't leaving again."
Yeah, I'm thinking I'm back.
I think, I'm gonna be honest, I genuinely only think this was done because Lance Reddick died in real life.
Yeah, who did Lance Reddick voice in Destiny?
He, I think everybody called him the Marshal or the General. I think that was just his character's title, but like that's what everybody referred to him as.
Hmm.
And he was like one of the main three characters, other than Nathan Fillion and this one girl who I can never remember the name of.
Oh yeah, I think I remember now. Yeah.
But like they're the original three characters technically.
Yeah,
from
the three,
first Destiny game. They're the ones you always see in the ads and stuff. That's them. That's them.
Yeah, I
or
mean,
something.
I don't know if Destiny still has a big player base. It seems like they do.
Yeah,
Still?
apparently they do. It's like GTA 5. You're like, do they have a player base? Oh, I guess they do. They still keep putting out shit for them.
Yeah, I mean
guess
they're
that means
releasing
something.
stuff for us, so it must be still profitable for them to do it.
I mean, people are buying this shit, dude. It's like CS:GO. They're fucking little
They
grubs.
can't
for
stop.
They're little grubs for their little loots.
I mean, yeah, Destiny was like the game that popularized looter shooters, at least in my friend circle back when it was released. So
I
mean,
think it was Destiny
it was
and
cool.
Borderlands. I think popularized it specifically.
I think
That's
Destiny
like
was the one that
big
had
thing
the
about Borderlands
multiplayer
as well.
looter shooter, though.
Yeah.
Borderlands was more of like a co-op thing if you wanted to play with other people.
Fuck, was Destiny the whole reason we now have colored loot in games?
Maybe. I don't remember any games before that
fucking hate
had.
that. I'm gonna be
I don't
honest.
remember any
hate
games
that.
before that had colored loot.
Yeah, I think even Borderlands picked that up with the third game. Like they didn't have it in the second one, but it was still a looter shooter.
I thought they had it in the second one. Weren't like
They might have.
normal items were like, or normal weapons were like green and rare weapons were like blue.
Maybe. I can't remember. I haven't played it in a while or seen anything for it.
I'm pretty sure Destiny didn't actually originate the colored coded loot items by rarity.
I hate that though. Like even
Why?
Halo kind of does that with like, hey, here's normal weapons and all the powerful ones are yellow. But then it's like there's a million powerful ones just sitting in one place
All the powerful
sometimes.
weapons are purple. Look at that.
Purple.
They're purple.
Or as Vin Diesel says, purple. 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 Have you seen that clip? He's an insane person, dude. I think it was like a Jimmy Fallon.
Dude, I think all those like action hero movie stars have got to be insane. They have to have some screws loose.
Dude, they are.
Like people like Vin Diesel, Jason Statham. They're all got to be insane because they've done movies like Triple X and Cranked, which we still haven't watched.
that's on
I'm
the
gonna
list.
keep bringing up Cranked until we watch it.
Hey man, we got to get cranked.
We have to watch Cranked and then Cranked 2 High Voltage.
Shut the fuck up.
There's 2 movies of that.
Shut the
We can even watch Triple X too. We can put that on the list.
Unfortunately, we have to watch.
We have to watch all 3 of them.
I'll use the voice changer for those ones.
Wow, you know there's gonna be a great live commentary if you watch those movies.
Yeah, man, it'll be amazing. I can't wait.
Yeah, I mean, you will hate the movie probably, but
I do actually genuinely have a hatred for the third Triple X movie. It's like so bad.
Why? Is it they kill off Han, but he comes back later in the movie anyway, and no explanation.
Yeah, it's kind of like one of those, but with Vin Diesel's character, and it's Vin Diesel just playing his character from Fast and the Furious, which is all he does.
It's Dom.
He doesn't
Vin Diesel just Dom in real life?
No, because at least Dom can speak. Vin Diesel without a script is like a mess.
Vin Diesel's illiterate. He just can't speak without direction.
Dude, he can't. Drew Gooden made a video about it, and it's like so insane when you like watch it. And you're like, oh my god, what is this man? what goes on?
See, that is the Shrigma man right there. That man has been God pilled, and you know it.
Drew Gooden or Vin Diesel?
Both.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Yeah. I for the life of me cannot remember anything else from that showcase though.
I know they showcase a lot of indie games, but that's just kind of cringe. Indie games are boring.
Yeah. Oh, there was that cat pirate game. Apparently, that's like really good. It looked interesting.
Cat pirate game?
Yeah, where you're like a cat and you got pirate ships and you can like, it's kind of like a 3D scroller kind of.
Oh, I can pull up that showcase real quick because I know there's some other ones I want to talk about. I just don't remember. I think I remember one of them. It was the Alan Wake 2.
Right, Alan Wake 2. I forgot about that.
I haven't played the first one actually. But I feel like I could enjoy like that kind of, if I bought it and streamed it. I think it would be a really good game to stream.
I feel like I'd have the same problems as I do with like Silent Hill, where it's just like it's different from like Resident Evil because I feel like there's like an aggression with Resident Evil that you the player can have while playing it, but like with Silent Hill and Alan Wake, from like what I like know of them, it's just run.
Yeah, run. I mean, I don't really have a problem.
Enemy's too strong. You can shoot him, but run. And it's just like, okay. I feel like it'd be fun if I can fight back.
The whole you can't fight back kind of thing. You know, FNAF does that too, so I'm okay with that.
No, you can fight back in FNAF now.
Yeah.
Yeah, in Security Breach, you could beat the shit out of these animatronics, man.
And you like Security Breach more than you like the previous FNAF games?
I like FNAF World more.
You're a FNAF World head, huh?
Yeah, brother. Genuinely, I actually think it's a good game.
Well, I mean, just another example of your horrible taste.
It's not a horrible taste, though. It's literally what Scott Coffin like used to do for video games all the time. Is what FNAF World
Doesn't he
is.
hate what he used to do?
It is that and make Christian animations. I found the movie.
I'm pretty sure he hated what he used to do,
it.
and he also took down FNAF World because of how bad it was that he thought. So
Well, yeah, and then he re-put it up, and it's like the best.
I guess
version
you
of
and
itself.
Scott Cawthon just don't share the same ideas.
Yeah, except he put the game back
And
up.
you also
JD.
don't
I'm not
share the
talking
same
about the
ideas
first
as
version
other
of the game.
People. Did he put it back up? Is it on Steam right now?
Yeah, it's not on Steam. Well, maybe it's on Steam, but it's on Game Jolt definitely.
Oh, I see.
But it's up. It's not like it's gone. You can play it.
Oh, really? I thought he just
Yeah.
took it down and that was it.
No, he didn't take. No, that's the thing that people don't get. He didn't just take the game down and, like, left. He literally did like what fans asked, and he improved the game, like, very much. Like, he made a lot of good changes. He made the 3D overworld that people wanted and stuff instead of the 2D one, which I get. The 2D one makes it look like you're playing like on an arcade cabinet, and I kind of like that. But it's like the 3D one is much better.
I wouldn't know. I don't think I've
That's
seen
'cause
any
you're-
gameplay
well,
of
that's
the.
because you're a fucking loser. Who doesn't
Actually, I
give a
haven't
shit.
seen much gameplay of FNAF World other than from
Sorry, I
the
don't
game
mean to be
theory
this mean to you
videos.
all the time.
You can be whatever you want, James. It's all recorded. It's all
Sorry, the
public. It's
facade-
going
the facade's
public.
breaking. I gotta apologize.
No, facade's not breaking. I know that's who you
I
truly are.
can't be this much of a piece of shit all the time.
I know this is who you truly are. You got more of your brothers in you than you think. You know.
I'll kill you.
There it is. Assassin's Creed. There's a new one coming out.
Yeah,
That's the one I wanted to talk about.
I don't. Yeah, what are your thoughts, JD? Tell me.
I played a lot of Assassin's Creeds actually, except the first two. I played 3. I played a little bit of 4.
You played Unity?
Origins. I played Unity. I played Unity with William actually because that was
Unity
the
looks like
multiplayer
it's
one.
the fun one.
Well, that was the multiplayer one, so I think that was the most fun one. I've also
really
played.
like the customization of that one.
What was the one where you were in London? Is that what was that one called?
I don't know, but for some reason my brain wanted to say which one's the one where he plays the Native American guy when you said that.
Oh, that's 3.
That's 3,
Assassin's Creed
yeah.
3. Native American. Connor.
The Black Flag is 4. Yeah, what is that one? I like the trailer for that one. I remember that.
I played the one where I forgot what it was called, but I played the one where you were in London. You were playing as like two different
You're
assassins
Jacob. You're either Jacob or his
and the girl.
sister.
in London. That's the one I was thinking of. That might have been Unity.
No,
No.
Unity is the French one, the French Revolution one.
Oh, I see.
Your drop.
Anyway, though, this new Assassin's Creed, I don't know what it's called, but I guess it's going back to more stealth.
Mirage, maybe?
Mirage, that's what it was.
I think that's the new one.
Yeah, Mirage. I mean, I might play it, but if I ever get my hands on it, when it comes out free on Epic Games, I guess I'll play it.
Syndicate.
Syndicate. I played that one.
That's one where you play as a right bloke.
That's what was he played as a British man.
British, and then you could have a whole gang of guys and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, whole Genghis Khan of guys.
You could go to wars. It was a good looking game. You were friends with Jack the Ripper apparently when you were
Jack
kids.
the Ripper did
Then he-
show up.
I think the literal lore is that you and Jack the Ripper were friends as a kid, but then like he became a serial killer and you're like trying to help him, but he keeps trying to kill you.
He wants to kill people, man. And sometimes, some people just can't be saved.
He was just driven mad by the city, by this world we live in, by the River of Thames and all the piss and shit in it.
I just want to bring this up real quick. This is off topic, but my aunt just randomly sent me a text of a Wikipedia definition of a hillbilly.
Okay.
But the context before that
Yeah, let me hear
has
that.
nothing to do with it.
Okay.
So she texted me back on May 13th. which was May 13th, with 2 weeks ago. So 2 weeks ago, she texted me, "I'm a grown person, not grown people." And then today, she texted me the Wikipedia definition of a hillbilly. A hillbilly is a term, in quotations, often derogatory for people who dwell in rural, mountainous areas in the United States, primarily in the Appalachian region. So, I mean, I saw this and I
JD, I'm
reminded
not a
me of you.
hillbilly. I swear, JD, it's me or aunt. I'm not a hillbilly.
What did Zach say in his bit? You are a hillbilly.
No.
You are a fucking hillbilly.
No.
I live in a
No.
penthouse. I live in a penthouse. You are a
JD, I'm not a
hillbilly.
hillbilly. Stop saying that. It's me or aunt. I'm not a hillbilly. I'm a grown person.
You're a grown person, but not grown people.
JD, they want to take my magic.
I'm a grown
White
person.
women, they want to take my magic, JD.
Not
I'm
grown
hideout
people.
presents.
I feel like you and my mom would get along pretty well.
Yeah.
I told this.
But maybe,
this
like-
voice changer out.
like two-
Aunt of JD, it's
like-
me, Aunt of JD. And she'd
like
be
scientifically this
"It's me."
happens.
I'm like, oh,
Scientifically, this happens, but when two insane people like meet each other and they start talking, the brain waves they give off actually like combine it into like this bigger brain wave that starts affecting everyone else. So it's like this
that's
big
because
like
we are the same person, JD. I am your aunt.
yeah.
You
You got a crippling gambling addiction too.
Yes, that's where all my money goes. That's why I gotta work these jobs.
I mean,
White
hey,
women, JD, the white women are trying to keep me down. They're trying to take my magic. I like
yeah, I
my
think that's all I
magic,
wanted
don't
to
let 'em
say
take
from
my
the
magic.
showcase. Actually, there was Final Fantasy 16, but I haven't played any of the Final Fantasy games. No, wait, I lied. I played Final Fantasy 15. I thought it was not that great, but I didn't play through all of it. I thought it was
I've
just kind
never
of
played
boring.
any of them.
It looks hype, but Final Fantasy 15 was like it was like a road trip simulator with the boys, pretty much. And that was
Right. That's like the only thing I remember about the Final Fantasy games. It's like in one of them you're like Cloud Strife and you're in this Neo like not like a fucking steampunk area like city, but you kind of are, and this guy has a chain gun arm, and then all of a sudden it's like the only other thing I know is you're on a road trip with the boys.
Is the main character different in every Final Fantasy game?
No, I think there's carryover because isn't Final Fantasy 15? Isn't that also Cloud Strife? Isn't
No,
that
I
the
don't think
same
I
guy?
don't think Cloud was in Final Fantasy 15.
Doesn't his sword is hold on, I gotta look up who are the characters. in Final
I need to look
Fantasy?
up Final Fantasy because I played Final Fantasy 15 and I didn't play any other Final Fantasies, but I'm pretty sure I don't think Cloud was in 15.
No, he's not.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Who the fuck are any of these people, dude?
I don't know. They're like every time I see a Final Fantasy game, all the characters look way different. Like they're just completely different characters from the previous game.
There's literally one of them literally looks like Cloud Strife and fucking Sora or whatever his name from Kingdom Hearts. He
Really?
literally
Which
looks
one?
like a
The main
mix of
guy?
those two. No, the guy with the blonde hair who's like in the back of all the photos.
Oh,
he's like
I
the
see.
last person standing
Nah,
behind
dude, he's
everything.
rocking that mohawk.
There's a shot of him just holding a gun.
Yeah,
Everybody else has swords and he just has a gun.
he has like a small pistol.
Yeah, like he literally looks like Cloud. I don't know, man.
I guess
don't know
that's
what the
definitely
fucking
not
story-
Cloud though.
Speaking of games that have I don't know what the fucking lore of them are, like Metal Gear. Like I vaguely understand it. I have no clue what the hell is happening in Final Fantasy.
I don't know either. It's all insane. I have no idea what's happening.
Isn't there just like one of them that are just straight up like magic? Like it's not even like guns in like a modernish world. It's just like magic in
I
old
think
world.
there's magic in every single one of the games. I know
Yeah, but
there's
it's like
magic in
one of
Final
them. It's
Fantasy
just
15.
like old world. There's like nothing modern in it. It's just old and like
Oh, it's
magic
like only
and shit.
swords and shields and fantasy.
Yeah, like I don't fucking. I don't
Final
know.
Fantasy
I think
15 is like
one-
modern world, but there's just monsters and magic in it, and people still use swords apparently. But like, there's paved roads and like vehicles and
Yeah, but then you could also have a
high-rise
gun sword.
buildings. High-rise buildings. You can have a gun lance. One of the coolest weapons to ever been devised in media.
Gun lance.
You never heard of a gun lance?
No.
It's like a lance, where you've got a it's a lance and and a big shield, but
Oh.
the lance looks like is just modified to be a giant revolver pretty much, and it shoots has a barrel at the end of it, and it shoots
Oh, so what you're
bullets.
telling me is that it's a weapon from Ruby.
I mean, it could be. Should we talk about that Ruby art first before we move on to the thing?
Oh yeah, I sent you a thing. Okay.
So
I
has
guess you
the
could
has the
download this.
crossover finally happened, or is it? Or is like what's
It's
going
been
on here?
happening.
Oh, it's
This
happening
is,
right
yeah,
now.
this is number 4. So it's like once I think a month maybe, or maybe once a week they release a comic for
Mm-hmm.
I think the DC Ruby crossover series. And originally it was Ruby X DC because it was DC coming to Ruby's world, but in this one it's the characters from Ruby going to the DC world.
Ah, I see.
So it's like they're all like slightly modified to fit in with the like the setting and stuff.
Oh, so the characters of Ruby are going into the DC world.
I think so. I haven't
Dude, they're
read
gonna
it.
get slapped.
I haven't read it. I'm just picking up the books for now. and
They're
then.
about to get slapped, backhanded by Lex Luthor, Giga Chadman himself.
And then they just murder him like they have everybody else. There's a lot of murder.
Really,
in
actually
Ruby,
that
and I
strong?
think people forget that.
Oh, is there murder in Ruby? I
Dude,
thought it
there's
was like
the first episode. Ruby murders like a bunch of goons, and it's just everyone's like, "Oh, my men disappeared," and it's
like
like
human
'cause
goons.
human villains. Ruby, dude, Ruby uses a scythe and she like stabs one of them into the ground, but it's like bloodless because
Oh, I see. So it's
they didn't, like,
bloodless.
have
It's
the physics
bloodless
at the time.
murder.
it's just bloodless murder, but it's so violent.
That's good to know.
But yeah, the artwork. I
Yeah.
showed it to my dad, and he said it's very gay.
And after I took a look at it, I kind of agree with him.
I mean, my
I don't know
problem
what
with
it.
was,
I don't know what it is. It's just the weird.
It's what so what I
strokes,
think
I guess,
happened
they did
is
on
that they did it digitally, like purely digitally, and they drew like they put the symmetry feature on, and they just drew his face to become very like symmetrical all the way
Oh,
around.
I see.
And I think because of it gives a weird like impression.
Yeah, it's like this weird uncanny feeling you get from him.
It's why I hate using that feature because it's like I kind of like it to keep like
Like in that first cover art picture you gave me, that one
the
doesn't look,
Nightwing one.
that one does. Yeah, the Nightwing one doesn't look bad, but the DCX Ruby, super. I was trying to like remember. I was trying to think of why it looks so gay to me, but I think it's because of the. It's because of like
lips.
It's the lips. I think it's the lips. He's got really big, luscious lips.
They
He's got
go like very far into the corners. of
He's
his
not
mouth and
like he's
everything.
not. He doesn't look very ripped on the cover. He's got like a
What do
thin.
yeah, because it's only his shoulders and up.
Yeah, but I mean, his shoulders don't look really defined. His chest doesn't look defined, and it's like I don't. It's like
Ruby's
the
blocking most of it.
clavicle.
What do you mean?
It's the clavicle is really defined. He's got like the indented jaw on the cheeks, the indented cheeks into the
Yeah,
jawline.
he's sucking his cheeks.
Yeah,
in
sucking
for
in
the
his
pictures.
cheeks. Like you, did you see that one gif I posted after that?
Yes,
The dude on TikTok. Doesn't he look like him?
that's exactly what it
those
looks like. That's why I said that one afterwards.
Yeah, he looks like that, and it's also. I think it's also the. It looks like his eyeliner on.
Yeah, I don't
I think it's just because
disagree.
of the thickness of the strokes they use to draw his eyes or something.
It's also that's not what the artwork in the book looks like. That's just
Yeah.
what the cover art looks
He
like.
kind of looks like James Charles actually too.
Not really. I get why you're
Yeah.
saying that, but JD, no,
Yeah,
Like-
it looks like James Charles to me.
no. I get why you're saying it, but no.
I mean,
Uh,
yeah. Let me put a picture. Let me search it up real quick just to.
You're gonna say it looks like it no matter what. I don't. You pulling up the picture isn't gonna like change anything. I think James Charles has too many like exaggerated features on his own face, though.
Yeah.
That it's like it doesn't look like how Superman does. I just think Superman looks like a TikToker. I don't think specifically James Charles.
He kind of does look like a.
You just
Or
think
is
it
it
because it's
a
black
TikToker?
hair and then like a guy with the fucking like sunken in cheeks. I mean, even then, James Charles like doesn't have any of that. That's just what he makes himself look like with makeup. He doesn't have any of those actual features.
Yeah, it looks like he has makeup on, but he doesn't at the same time.
Yeah.
That's what makes me feel a little uncanny. Is he looks like he has makeup on, but he doesn't have makeup on, and he also doesn't look like he has. It's I don't know. It's this weird like
It's just the way
Yeah.
it's like colored and stuff.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah, I think the lips are very like defined on him, and it's
Hey,
like
he's
a
just got
very
an
weird
award-winning
thing.
smile. What can I say?
Yeah,
So does Ruby
I
like
know.
kills like stab Superman through the chest or something?
Yeah,
Magic,
because
right?
she
Doesn't she use
Ruby.
magic?
Hey, guess what? Ruby's magic. So yeah, actually,
Yeah, I was about to say she's like magical, right? So doesn't it
technically, every
she like
character from Ruby, their
chops
powers,
Superman's arm off or something?
despite the fact that the characters Ruby didn't know that they were magic at first, they just thought that like that's how they were born. Like Superman with his powers,
Yeah.
like they thought like they were like that, but in reality, it's like it all kind of technically comes from magic, so they are magical.
Yeah, so you just like smash cut the Superman getting beat up by Ruby and he's like, "Oh, magic."
Just it's the Omni Man versus Red Rush fight, but there is no
And then
winning
everyone's
for
like, "Why is he
Omni-Man.
getting beat up by Ruby? This is the narrative." And then
And
they
then I'm
don't
over
realize
here
that
like,
one of his
no.
weaknesses is technically magic, I guess.
A lot of people do forget that.
Yeah, they forget
Quite
that
often.
because they only remember only the big dog weakness gets attention, kryptonite.
People forget that, but it's also like in some continuities, it's like, can Superman breathe in outer space?
And also maybe
No.
in some some continuities, Superman's like, is he really weakened by kryptonite? He's kind of lifted a whole island of it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it really is.
So
like,
maybe he's
hey,
just pretending to be weak to it.
maybe that Nightwing cover though. My dad's real problem with it is that it was too colorful, which
Nah,
was
I don't agree with that.
which to that I have to say, is it because the actual rainbow is represented here because this is how the characters' costumes have always been?
Yeah, to me, I mean, I don't
Like I
the
wasn't.
colors even look a little dried out to me.
Yeah, like it looks flattish.
Yeah, the colors look flattish to me. That's fine.
I feel like Raven's cloak should be the
Who's that?
shadow.
Who's that girl that's standing between Nightwing and Beast Boy?
Oh, that's Donna Troy, Wonder Girl.
Oh, Wonder Girl's in this one? In this
Yeah.
Nightwing comic? I see.
Yeah, it's supposed to be the new Teen Titans group are with her, but then also the new Teen Titans group are just the animated Teen Titans group. So yeah.
The Anime Teen Titans Go group?
Yeah, and then it's like Donna Troy and Flash are there because they're like original members, but then it's also like they don't make sense with this dynamic of people.
Flash was supposed to be in the Teen Titans.
Well, because it's Wally West's Flash, and he was a founding member of the original group because he was Kid Flash at the time. But he's
I
also
see.
Flash, while Barry Allen is also Flash.
Oh, it's that
It
thing where
doesn't make sense.
is that thing where they have the same name, the same superhero name, but they're different people.
Yeah, there's technically
Like
like
Spider-Man
three
in
Flashes.
Spider-Man 2 and Spider-Man in Spider-Man 2.
Mhm.
There's two Spider-Man.
Yeah, usually it used to be determined by, hey, you call Barry Flash and then you call Wally the Flash.
I feel like that's pretty much just as confusing.
I know. I'm just letting you know that's what it used to be. Because now they're wearing
Because
borderline
if you were
the
to
same
say a
exact
sentence
costume.
like "I'm gonna kill the," and then referring to like the person, it would be like "I'm gonna kill the Flash," and "I'm gonna kill the Flash." Is that how that works?
No, I'm gonna kill Flash and the Flash.
I see.
It's very simple, JD.
Yeah.
Now, which one's which?
Well, I believe Wally West is the person that's the cover of that new mashup between the two music videos by Tombstone. Between
DC and
Tombstone.
Ruby? Yeah.
No. I know you're pretty excited on two of your favorite universes getting mashed up together.
I actually kind of am because I don't mind it. Like, I think it's fine.
Hey,
Because it's not
just
like
a comic,
the
man.
weirdest mashup of things ever either.
Yeah, don't get so angry about it. It's just a comic.
I'm
they can
not.
hey, as long as it's fun
What are you talking
and good,
about?
it's all good.
Yeah, man, I agree.
Yeah, you don't have to kill anyone just because they have bad takes on the thing or
No, I think
whatever.
I do. I think I gotta report them.
That's where we're gonna have to disagree.
I don't think they should be playing Hogwarts Legacy.
Uh,
But yeah, I don't know. I think it's fine.
yeah. Well, is there anything else you want to say before we jump into the next thing?
No, I don't think I do.
The Lord of the Rings new game just dropped.
Hey, I know nothing about it other than how bad it looks. I haven't watched Charlie's video or anything. I've just seen a clip on TikTok and I went, oof,
Hey,
$70, huh?
hey, it looks amazing. I don't know what you're talking about. But
Amazing.
if we were in 2005, my God, these are next gen graphics.
Too bad it's 2023.
You say as you're doing the Orange Justice Fortnite dance.
What do you mean? I'm not.
So yeah, all these crazy games are dropping. Spider-Man 2, Payday 3 is coming out this year. Street Fighter 6, which is also a thing we didn't really touch on, but that was gonna come out too.
I don't care for Street Fighter.
Star Wars Jedi Survivor came out. Outlast
Yeah.
Trials, and then we get the Lord of the Rings Gollum. I think that's what they called it, Gollum. Woo!
My precious.
Or whatever he fucking says. Is Andy Serkis doing the voice for the game?
No, I don't think so. It looks terrible, and I've seen Charlie's video on it, and a couple of other videos on it from Young Yeah, and my God, like it's just terrible all around. The graphics the first thing you notice is the graphics, and they look terrible.
What do you mean? It looks amazing.
It's the most I don't know, man. It's almost a throwback, except except all the games back then were much better still, even if they have bad graphics.
Yeah, it's not Andy Serkis. It's some guy named Wayne Forrester.
Hell yeah. And just everything about it is bad. The quality is just terrible. The gameplay is bad. The
Gollum's
movement,
hair looks amazing.
the movement is bad. The dialogue and story are bad.
No, it's good. It's good.
And I think if I want to experience the world of Lord of the Rings, I think I should start with this game. Then I should start watching the TV shows. And then I think I end it there and have my opinion about.
You don't want to watch
The universe there.
all 6 movies that are
No.
over 3 hours long each.
No, I think all the movies are, they can be there, but I just won't watch them.
No, you gotta watch them. So
And
you understand
I'll
what's happening.
just make an opinion about the Lord of the Rings without watching the movies and just taking everything else.
I watched the movies and I still don't want to learn anything more about this franchise. I can't believe people watched the movies and wanted to watch the TV show and play these games. If
Yeah.
I'm being honest.
Yeah, I heard that people really liked the movies. I heard they were pretty good, but I don't know.
I'm gonna be honest. Not the greatest acting or anything I've ever seen. I think the visual effects are all that does good for it.
Yeah. Don't like the story or anything?
No, not really. I think the characters are kind of boring overall.
Yeah, maybe you're not the fantasy kind of guy, more of a sci-fi guy.
No, I'm definitely a fantasy guy. I like fantasy stuff. It's just I just don't get it. I've seen it a couple times now, and then I've tried to watch it with a new perspective and stuff after learning more about it, and it's just
Oh yeah, James, name
don't
one
care.
fantasy thing you like.
Critical Role,
Hmm.
Dungeons and Daddies, Ruby.
Does Ruby count as fantasy?
Yeah, technically.
Oh, I see.
It is a fantasy world.
Every made up world is a fantasy world, James.
I like The Little Mermaid.
I didn't see the Little Mermaid, but I saw one review of it, and they played this one song that they sang in the movie, and it doesn't sound good.
I haven't heard any of the songs except for Aquafina's Hamilton rap.
It sounds bad.
Oh, it's good.
The music sounds really bad, but yeah, I heard people didn't like it. I wonder why.
Shocker. I'm in disbelief.
I mean, they're probably a big chunk. They're probably a chunk of people who don't like it because the race change. But
I
from
don't
what I've
care
seen
about
of it,
that, honestly, it happened. Whatever. I think
Yeah.
people focused on that too much
yeah,
and
probably.
didn't actually focus on real reasons to dislike it.
I mean, I'm pretty sure the plot and story are also not that great. So
That's what I'm saying. Everybody's
Mhm.
they changed the race of the character. It's bad. It's yeah, but how's the story? Is that bad, or do you just care about the one thing?
Yeah, I mean, my feelings toward it, I mean, I think it's just cringe. Like if you want to change something just to change it and it affects nothing else, why? I don't understand. But well, I mean,
Because-
I know why they changed it, and that reason is also cringe. But
Yeah, why'd they change it,
the movie
JD?
itself.
Tell me why
well,
they
it's 'cause-
changed it.
Well, it's because
Tell
they.
me. Tell me,
Well, it's
JD.
because Jada
JD,
Pinkett
say it. I
Smith
said, say
said.
it, JD. Yeah, say it, JD.
Jada Pinkett Smith said there's not enough stories about black queens, so they changed the race or whatever. So if they want to change something into
JD,
another
you're talking
race
about Queen
to-
Cleopatra, JD. You're talking about Queen Cleopatra, JD.
I was. That's also really bad. The story too.
I know that looks amazing.
Yeah, I
Because
don't
my
know.
grandma told me so. That's why it's this way.
I think that people use the word a lot, but I think it does apply there. It's woke, James. It's woke.
I don't think the word woke means anything anymore.
Oh, it means something.
No, it doesn't.
It's the same meaning that that middle schoolers applied the meaning to gay back in the day. It's the same meaning,
Yeah?
James. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a word
Instead
that
of
doesn't
saying-
mean what it means.
Yeah, instead of saying it's gay, now it's woke. It's changed. That's all.
You're right, JD. People have just gotten dumber.
Or maybe they've become more. Maybe they become more woke.
No, JD, they don't want to be woke. That's the problem.
You're right. It's bad to be woke.
I guess, apparently.
Well, I mean, if you're woke, you end up like Queen Cleopatra.
No, that's not how being woke works.
It is now.
They put trans characters in Transformers. The woke. There's a character with short hair in Star Trek. The more like woke Trek.
There's a character who rammed the ship
Yeah,
into
yeah.
another ship at high speed.
Woke. It's a word that lost all meaning, and it's just a way for like conservatives to be like, what do I hate? Oh, that's in this? It's woke.
I mean, Velma is pretty woke.
Velma is like corporate woke. It's not. It doesn't hold any real ideals.
And do you
It's
believe
just
that
made
conspiracy that like the right wing purposely made Velma like so bad to make the left look bad or something? Do you believe in
No.
that conspiracy? No.
No, I believe that this is what corporations think people want, and that's why
I
Velma
see.
got made. Like every single Mindy Project show.
Hey,
Mindy Kaling.
I'm not to criticize or anything because we didn't win the award for entertainment or whatever award she won.
I don't believe
recently.
she did either.
Well, she did. So
No, I know, but I don't believe so.
I mean, it makes you think,
I
man.
need to see who voted for that.
I mean, it makes you think, man. I mean,
I-
do we live in a matrix? I mean, we could.
Hey, I don't really watch Elvis the Alien videos.
Yeah.
I watched Elvis the Alien's Velma videos.
Did
What
you?
the fuck happens in those shows?
He does a pretty good recap of them.
Dude, when I heard what the ending was, and it's just Velma kicking like her dad and his like girlfriend out of the house, so her
Yeah.
mom, who's like been dead but wasn't actually dead this whole time, like returns,
Yeah.
and they can live there. I'm like, what the fuck? What is this? Who wrote this? What
Well,
is this?
it's a whole. Well, it's called.
It's like one detail on top of everything
It's
else. But
woke,
it's like,
James.
what is this?
It's woke because you go, girl. You see.
And then it's like,
Now do you understand?
Isn't it Fred's mom is the villain the whole time?
Yeah, Fred's mom is the villain.
I fucking hate this show.
She's the
man.
big
It
bad, and
sucks.
I think the reason was that she was killing girls, I believe, in order to no, she was taking the brains out of people to replace Fred's brain with it so that they could have a smart successor to the family, to their rich family.
Right.
But she was also killing like the dumbest people in the
No,
in
it's
the town in
it's
order
smart.
to
It's good writing. It's good writing.
in order to do it. So I don't
I'm sure
I
they
don't
didn't
really
come
know,
up with this
actually.
last second. You know what
I
the
don't
problem
know.
is? I think the idea is good.
Well, the problem is, I
And it's
think
just the
you're
execution
using
is
your
so fucking
you're using your
horrible.
brain too much when you're watching these shows, James. I think that's what
Yeah,
the problem
man.
is. You're using your brain too much. Just turn
Hold on,
off your brain.
I gotta go turn off my brain here. Let me watch some Big Bang
See, you
Theory.
can't just turn off your brain when you're watching Halo Infinite or playing Halo Infinite and watching the Halo TV show. See, that's biased.
I don't turn off my brain when I play or watch those though. I think about everything, and I think about how Halo, the TV show, isn't that bad.
Yeah, do you
And
think that, James?
I do. I genuinely do.
I don't know, man. I mean,
Eddie, I'll spend the rest of our time here debating this. I don't give a shit. I'll fuck it.
we could
I'll
do
sabotage
that.
this.
We could just end it off on, I think we as a collective agree that, it's not the best, and that's fine. What's that notification sound that's keep happening on this side? Is that you turning on your party mic?
No.
No, not at all.
Why does it make the Nokia notification sound when you turn it on?
Listen, JD, I gotta talk to you about this Halo TV show. Okay, I don't think it's
If you enjoyed, you should like and subscribe. We do this every Sunday, so you get notified of when this drops Sunday by subscribing. Because we reached the end
I
here.
just don't believe.
And James, you can continue your rant by bringing us out.
So I think the events of the show are actually pretty good for like an alternate timeline.